Aries, welcome. I'm doing What's Their Secret tonight, which is sort of a way to find out what the person on your mind might be thinking about, withholding from you in terms of their behavior, their desires, their thoughts, their actions, whatever. We're going to ask the tarot to tell us or show us. So let's just dive in. I usually work with pop-outs. This deck, the cards tend to come out as clumps, and sometimes there's no card that wants to flip out by itself. I might have to pull, so let's just see what happens. 3 cards, if I can get them. We're going to start with that, but I will pull more. The first 3 are the 7 of Cups, the Empress, and the 3 of Swords. A very eclectic mix here. So an energy of scatteredness, of having like more than one option, yet an energy of feeling like someone really got your goat, right? When it comes to they had your heart and they broke it, or they did something that really hurt you. And we're looking at the Empress, where usually this energy would sort of point to, présage, I was looking for the word in English, can't find it, would point to some relationship that has, I don't know, that's fruitful, where there's great love being exchanged. So it's kind of funny because as I'm saying these words, I am seeing this, and I'm going to explain myself. And it's important that I show you. It's like the abundance here is being seen on the 7 of Cups, right? The Empress is generating all these different things. So the Empress being the energy, the dynamic of the relationship, right? Being extremely fertile and generous and creative, a beautiful creative force. And although it's a 3 of Swords, basically it's about the heart, it's about love. So there's something here about generating a lot of love. And what I am going to bring in, though, is that obviously it is the 3 of Swords, so I have to respect that. And if I go along with what I'm describing here, it's telling me the Empress generates all of the aspects of love. So within the cups, right, within this abundant array of the different shapes that love takes, comes also, the possibility that there's heartbreak, or there's some moments where you feel hurt, or it's not as pleasant, right? So for some reason, it's not coming through as full-on heartbreak. It's only coming through as it's part of love as a whole, which is, I find, a very positive way of looking at these 3 cards. I love it. We have the Witch in this deck is basically the Magician. It came out in reverse. I'm going to pull another card. Whoop, more. There's more than just one. Let me just check. Okay. So here we have the Queen of Wands, the Nymph of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Universe, which is basically the world. Excuse me. I have a little bit of a cold. I'm seeing again like the energies of the wands here. The Queen and the Page of Wands are beautifully illustrating like all the potentials, all the I guess the idea of multitude, but the idea that it's desired, for one, that it's something that is welcomed. So the energy here, the secret of this person is maybe this capacity to generate so much warmth and so much out of their own, wants and desires, right? It's like they're very, how can I describe this? Well, first of all, it's prolific, of course, but it's also, it's very, it's somewhat deliberate, right? So there's something cool about that. It's not just like, okay, let's just generate, and it doesn't feel like it's sort of generating for generating. I believe it's much more deliberate. There's intention behind it. I even think that with the Magician in reverse, this person is apt at using the word and the words with the page here of wands to generate these particular desires and outcomes in their life. Literally in terms of the spoken word, right? I think it's something that they know to do. Apologies. There is a little bit of with the Magician in reverse, there is sort of I'm gonna say it as it comes, right? There's a little bit of needing to, as much as it's deliberate, because the person knows what they want, right? It comes from that place. I think they still need more practice, and they might need to sort of canalize better this energy. Because I think with the Seven of Cups, there's, even if it's not about generating for generating all these possibilities and all these outcomes and all these wants and all these desires and all these amazing things, and ultimately there's still a little bit of I'm seeing, like, in Fantasia, when Mickey Mouse is he gets the brooms and the buckets to do the work for him, to do the cleaning, right? But then it gets out of hand. It's a little bit of that energy here. I'm not saying that it gets fully out of hand, but it has a little bit of that feeling. I'm looking now at the Nine of Pentacles in reverse in the world. I am sensing this person is going to become very accomplished with the world. They are going to become very masterful at generating more and more and more. Or better, or I'm hearing simpler. It's interesting, almost like simplifying things. That's beautiful. And it comes from the Nine of Pentacles. It's silly, but it's an energy of removing, like, the too many, right? The fact that there's too much and it's overcharged and it's over, how do you say when it's you know, learning how to simplify. What is the architect Miss Van der Rohe said? Less is more, right? In terms of simple lines of when you design a house, pure spaces where there's not too much, it's not cluttered. It's the same energy, so less is more, right? And it really goes in line with the being deliberate, and so really choosing where you put in the energy, where you focus the growth, how you, maybe it has to do with the heart. And I'm gonna say it like almost like the swords in the heart, as like laser beams. I know it's out there what I'm describing, because you know I'll get crucified for describing the Three of Swords as such, right? But I don't care. There's something about laser beams coming out of the heart, which are absolutely the key here to the powers of the magician and into the accomplishments and the successful bounty of the Empress. I'm getting chills. It's absolutely beautiful. Aries, your person is quite powerful in their own right. They're beautifully equipped. They're beautifully talented. It's really amazing. I love it. I'm going to draw out of my makeshift deck. Oh my gosh, I can't even make this up. Courage. Courage is the energy of the heart, the laser beams. It's the Leo energy. It's the Leo energy of the Queen of Wands. It's unbelievable. It's so beautiful. It's stunning. And the courage is also like the laser beams out of the heart are the lessons of life, right? The past hurts doesn't have to be with you, in relationship with you, or even in relationships at large, although that's what the Three of Swords generally means. But in this case, it's any form of difficulty, hurdle, experience that has shaped this person, built their courage. And I want to say it's not just courage, it's the almost like the pulsating energy of the heart, being this true center and this true gem, if you want, like a ruby. It's beautiful. I'm stoked. I'm gonna draw a trinket. I want to draw a trinket on the Three of Swords. The Eiffel Tower. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if this person is French. They don't have to be. The way I'm going to interpret this is different. I'm going to see this. I'm seeing the Eiffel Tower as being like an antenna, right? So I really want you to focus on the idea that this gem, this ruby, this energy center, pulsating energy, it is like this, the place where, you know, from the, I want to like make the association with like an antenna, right? Like being a place where you emit all this beautiful, where you direct the energy and how you create the bounty, the abundance, the beauty. It's really, really, really incredible. There's something about, you know, when the Eiffel Tower was built, it was quite a feat, right? It was the at the moment of its creation, it was the highest, I think one of the highest buildings on earth. So that was quite a pinnacle, right, with the world. It was something, a success to be celebrated. Anyway, that kind of resonance where there's something about becoming an adept and becoming more and more masterful at transmitting, emitting this love energy that permeates this person's life, your relationship with them, and ultimately your own life. Because if you're with this person, then they do have a very positive effect on you. Incredible read. It's beautiful. I love it. I hope you did too. So please show me your appreciation by giving me a thumbs up. Share the video and like, no, subscribe. I would love to see you again. Thank you so much. Good night.